next 3 days, I will be showing you around another amazing festival somewhere in the Netherlands. It's a festival where you can see some of the biggest artists of the moment, but at the same time, you can also discover some new great artists. But what makes this festival so special is that there's so much more than just music. They have found a way to incorporate art, poetry, theater, live podcasts, journalism, and so much more. This is Lowlands. Going to do my best to cover as much as possible, but you know, there are more than 250 musical acts this weekend, and then there's all the other stuff on the side as well. So I think we just have to start with accepting the fact that we're gonna miss more than we'll actually be seeing. The first act that I really wanted to see this weekend is going to play right behind me. His name is Buko Youth, and many call him one of Scandinavia's most exciting new artists who makes Afro grunge, as he describes it himself. And his live shows have been called immersive, in which he combines music, monologues, and distorted sounds. He's about to release his debut album called Gusto. The album is framed as a fictional therapy program led by Dr. Gusto, who guides Youth's alter ego Mordecai, as the record explores themes of identity, trauma, and memory. He's already released a couple singles, and one of them is one of my favorites, Imagine.
That show was really intense.
It's fucking energetic.
Mesmerizing.
Really energetic.
Ecstatic.
Next up, an artist I got introduced to through his collaborations with Little Sims and Fred again. Obongjayar. He's known for his genre-fluid approach to music and really isn't afraid to let his sound evolve as he grows older. A couple years ago, he described his music as spiritual in terms of how it makes the listener feel and how he feels when he makes the music. But since his new album, I feel like it's become so much more than that. Like I said, there are more than 250 musical acts this weekend, but if I have to give one tip, it would be...
Sif!
Fontaines D.C. Khruangbin.
Gotu Jim.
Chappel Roan!
Fontaines D.C.
If you know me, you can already guess mine. But we're gonna have to wait till Sunday for that one. Heading back to the X-Ray where we saw Boko Youth earlier, but now we're gonna go see this duo who started out making indie music but now evolved into a jungle sensation, and they're called 4 AM Crew. The show many Euro house, trance and techno fans have been waiting for years. 4 years to be specific. A back-to-back set from two Dutch DJ superstars, Jobse and Kiki. Since Amsterdam Dance Event 2021, they've been one of the most sought-after back-to-back sets, but they've been saving it for a special moment, and that special moment is here, headlining at the festival that has meant so much to both of them personally and their careers. What makes a live show a good show?
Veel rook.
Wat ik heel vet vind is, bij de Alfab loopt het een beetje in zo'n kommetje. En als je dan boven staat, dan zie je al die mensen die allemaal naar hetzelfde luisteren. Dat is gewoon mega gezellig.
Goede interactie tussen publiek en artiest, denk ik.
Ja. Samenhorigheid.
Sowieso de verbinding die de artiest maakt met het publiek. Dat is voor mij belangrijk.
I said sweet, you say danger! Sweet!
Ik was net bij Joep Beving, bij de grote fan van hem. En hij zit helemaal als een monnik met zijn hoofd in zijn piano. Dus hij is helemaal niet bezig met die hele zaal. En dat vind ik ook fantastisch. Dus het gaat wel zeker over vol erin. Wat je ook doet, dat je dat vol doet.
Keep me on my toes. I love it when an artist surprises me, you know? Play a song a little different. And I love it when an artist really thinks about the transitions of songs, you know, letting one song flow into the next, making it a very cohesive experience, and also stage presence.
Lowlands, how are we doing this evening?
Of course, stage presence is also very important to me.
Van Dael, and this is the 3D creature called Puka. Puka is a chrome character. He's a bit shy, he's a bit inward, but he holds a world of creativity. So from the inside he really wants to create, he wants to explore, he wants to connect, but from the outside he's a bit shy.
Yeah.
And for me, this is kind of a link to the society that we live in, where because of digitalization everything is getting more segregated and people are driven apart from each other. And we thought to give this a voice, it would be nice to create something instead of just telling it to everyone, something that people maybe can relate to or that they can feel connected to. So that's why we came up with the 3D character that kind of holds this story of someone that wants to connect with, because of everyone shouting on the internet and everything being over the top all the time. They're a bit held back. And this is also something that relates to a lot of makers that I know and also to myself. So that's the initial thought behind creating Puka.
All right, in case you missed this next artist, I would like to introduce you to an English teacher.
Sorry, I gotta stop my past self real quick because we just got message that Anthony Smeark sadly is not making Lowlands this year. That's also part of the festival cancellations. But there's enough other cool stuff that we can go check out, so let's go do that.
Speaking of good live shows, if there is one artist that you know is going to give you a good-ass show, FKA Twigs. The Sexua tour that she's on right now is absolutely amazing, and I know this because I saw her show at Down the Rabbit Hole a couple weeks ago. And usually I don't really like going to a show at a festival that I've already seen because there's so much other amazing stuff that I haven't seen yet, but it was so good that I just have to take another peek. FKA Twigs has described Eusexua as a practice, a state of being, and a pinnacle of human experience. And she has managed to find a way to translate all those descriptions into this live show. Okay, now let's head over to Lustsickpuppy, who I would describe as if Rico Nasty and FKA Twigs had a love child that's even more rebellious than Rico Nasty and FKA Twigs together. So there's currently a sound check going on for my musty artist of the day. An artist who actually also started out as an indie pop artist, but then he made this hit song called Girls, which he made as a rejection to the last 5 years of music where things have become way too serious, in his opinion, and that's how the Dare was born. Back at the X-Ray again, where the Canadian Ekkstacy is about to take the stage. If you've been on TikTok a lot, you've probably heard his song I Walk This Earth All By Myself. As of today, that song has over 300 million streams. But getting an audience through a TikTok hit is one thing. Getting them to stay and build a loyal fan base is the next thing that, luckily, he seems to have managed to do. Earlier this year, he released his album Forever, on which he made a more band-centric shift. Are there any songs you've added to your playlist this weekend?
Chappel Roan.
Spencer Sutherland.
Like being broke is a crime.
The Beaches. She-Met.
Horse Girl.
Fontaines D.C.
The boys in the better land.
It was 2018 when my Spotify algorithm blessed me with the song from Molchat Doma. A Belarusian post-punk and cold wave trio from Minsk, or as some of the fans on Reddit like to describe them, post-Soviet post-punk. It was their second 2018 album that dragged me into their world, and like with many artists today, it was TikTok that eventually gave them their big international break. It's time for Fontaines D.C. When I took a look at the Lowlands subreddit, they were one of the most named acts people really wanted to see this weekend. They've been around since 2016, but I feel like with their latest album, Romance, they are ready to become one of the biggest acts in the world. Known for their post-punk sound, with Romance, they had their guts to move away from those roots, now exploring new metal, inspired by bands like Korn, or as O'Connell described it, post-ironic nostalgia towards this thing I loved when I was 14 and stopped listening to for years, and now I love again. They say it's the least Irish album they've ever made. What they want with Romance was achieve a feeling of universality where ocean-like crowds can sing along to their songs.
Life ain't always easy. Life ain't always easy. Life ain't always easy. Life ain't always.
I don't think I've ever been this excited about an artist. Eric Clapton, for instance, a guitarist who inspired Mk.Gee to pick up the guitar, has said that he hasn't been this excited about an artist since Prince. I mean, it's quite the compliment. I always find it impressive when you can tell an artist is inspired by others, but still manages to make it their own. And I feel like Mk.Gee is one of those artists who has managed to do that so far. You know how our parents have these insane stories of having seen like these legends as a Stevie Wonder in a small venue back in the day? I remember turning to my boyfriend when we saw Mk.Gee for the first time in Brooklyn, New York, saying, "This is the show we're going to be bragging about to our future kids."
I feel amazing. I couldn't handle my feeling. I literally could not. I was crying the whole hour. What about you?
No, it's my number one player this year, and I'm just speechless.
Yeah, me
no
too.
Tears, but I don't know.
I couldn't stop crying the whole time.
Where are you guys from?
Lithuania.
Did you come to this festival for me? Yeah, kind of. We
Yeah.
did because he's not always in Europe.
Sick. Fuck sick. Ja.
In één woord, gewoon fantastisch. Het was echt magisch.
We really liked how it's different live than on the album.
Honestly, the sound is fucking amazing. Them live, it has such a mystic to it, you know? You don't really see their faces. So I fucking love it, man. It was amazing.
Mk.Gee, we love you. We love you.
Yeah, we love you, Mk.Gee.
That wraps Lowlands 2025. If you were here as well, let me know down below what some of your favorite acts were. And if you weren't here, I would love to know what makes a live show a good show for you. As always, thank you so much for watching. And if you'd like to stay up to date on more music related content, don't forget to subscribe.